Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to EnggAdda. Today in this video, we are going to discuss how we can create a EC2 instance of AWS using Terraform. So this is the today's video agenda. We are going to create a EC2 instance using Terraform. So there are two videos on my channel on the Terraform series where I have discussed about the basic of Terraform. And then the second was the installation of Terraform on Windows machine. So the basic part we already have covered. What is Terraform, how we can use it to develop our infrastructure, or you can say cloud infrastructure. And one of the cloud that we are going to work with is AWS here. So in AWS, you might be familiar with the EC2 instance, how it is being created and how you are using it out to deploy your jar file or anything, right? Or of your application. So here what we are going to do is we are going to create a EC2 instance using Terraform. We are not going to manually log into the AWS and try to create a EC2 instance how we do usually, but what we are going to do is we are going to write a Terraform file, and through that we'll create a EC2 instance in AWS. So the basic requirement for this video is you should have a free tier account with AWS at least. So make sure you have an account of AWS ready and try to log in there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the codes that we need to write in order to create the EC2 instance using Terraform. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to provide the provider. In the previous videos of Terraform introduction, we already have discussed what is provider and what are the resources and all those things we already have discussed there. So the first thing is what you have to write here is provider. And in the provider, you can either provide as a AWS, any cloud platform you can provide. So here I'm going to use the AWS. So I'm providing the provider as AWS. You can either use Azure or GCP, anything you can use. But now we are using AWS. So the provider for us is AWS. Inside the provider, you have to provide the region in which your AWS account is currently active. And then you have to provide the access key and the secret key that you can, so that you can connect with the AWS directly through this Terraform file. Okay. There are different ways how you can provide your access key and the secret key using Terraform file. So like you can use them as well, but this video we are going to directly use the access key and the secret key here in the file itself. This is not the best practice, but yeah, we are going to use it out. Okay. Now coming to the resource, you have to provide the resource that you want to create. Either you can create the S3 bucket or EC2 instance, anything you can create, right? So in the resources, you have to provide the resource name that you are going to create. The first thing is like we are going to create the EC2 instance. So that is what it is provided here, that we are going to create the AWS instance and give the name of your instance that you wanted to give. And then inside that, you have to provide the technical details, or you can say the image that you want to use in order to create the AWS instance, which is AMI, and then instance type. So those details you have to provide here. If you have created a EC2 instance earlier, then you might be aware about the AMI and instance, what I'm talking here in the resource section. So those things I will also show you in the AWS EC2 dashboard as well. So don't worry on that. And yeah, this is about how you can create the EC2 instance. Now there are certain steps that you need to follow in order to create the EC2 instance. Like you have to initialize the Terraform, you have to plan the Terraform, and then you can try to apply the Terraform file and create your EC2 instance. Okay. And if you want to destroy it out, you can run the command called Terraform destroy to destroy your EC2 instance that you have created, to terminate it out. So this is the basic overview of what we are going to do here in this video. Now let me try to come out of it, and here I already logged into my AWS console. You can see I am on the browser and I already logged into the AWS console. Now if you see that here we have the region, and this is my account with the name which I have logged in here. So to generate the secret key and access key, you have to go to your account. So go to the account, and here you will find the security credential. If you go inside it, you will find a couple of options of creating the keys or certificates. So you will find that here you can see the multi-factor authentication you can create, and you can also create the access key. This is what we need. And if you go down, you can find the option of CloudFront key pairs. Similarly, there is the option of certificates. So these things are there under this access management. So you have to create a secret key. So just like you can click on this or this, any of the option is fine. Just click on it, and you have to select this box that I understand creating a root key is not a best practice, but still I want to create one. So just create it out, and here you will find that access key is there, and you make sure that you try to capture this secret access key, because this is only shown once. Okay, so once you will create it out, so copy this access key and the secret key somewhere at the safe place, or what you can do is you can download this in the CSV file. So I'm just going to download it out so that later on we can use it. So it is downloaded, and I'm done. Let me try to come out of it. So what we have did is we have created the access key and the secret key. Okay. Now, if you'll come here, you are saying that we were logged into the EnggAdda, right? And if you'll see the EnggAdda is pointing to the US East, you can see that this is what is also coming here in the URL of this AWS where I have logged in. So this is the reason for me. Sometimes it will go back to the global, but when you log in, it will show you the reason where you are logged in. So I was logged into the EnggAdda, and it's pointing to the US East one. So make sure you copy this. This is the reason where you are, like your AWS is still pointing to. So just copy that. You need these things, okay? So you are clear with the secret key and the reason. Now coming to the resource creation, we have to provide the resource that we are going to create, like AMID and the other things, right? We have to provide the instance type as well. So those things, how you can find out. So if you'll go to this services, you will find this EC2 instance. You can, if you don't find it out, you can search here EC2 instance and you will find it out. So go to this EC2 instance, and again you can see I am pointing to the EnggAdda. You can go there, you will find that it is US East. So go to the EC2 instance, and if you will find this option of launch instance, this is how we create our EC2 instance, right, manually. So just click on the launch instance, and if you'll go down, you will find that these are the AMIs, which is saying Amazon Machine Images. These are the AMIs. These machine images you can use to create your EC2 instance. Okay. So the free tier one we are going to use, and you can see that the free tier one is here AMI, and this is the number, right? So this is what you can use. So if you'll go down, you will find the instance type as well. This is the information that we have written out here in the page itself. Like you have to provide the AMI ID and the instance type. Okay, so once you will launch the EC2 instance, you will find those details here. So the AMI that we are going to use, either you can use Amazon Linux or Mac OS or Ubuntu, anything you can use, and just copy its AMI and try to keep somewhere safe. So I'm going to use the Amazon Linux, and the AMI for this is this one. So just copy it out, and let me try to open a notepad. And paste it here. So this is the AMI that we are going to use, and if you go down, you will find this instance type free tier eligible is t2.micro. So this is what we are going to use, and yeah, that's it we need as of now, and we are good now. So I'm not going to create the EC2 instance manually here. So if you go to the EC2, and if you go to the instances, you will find that there is a 0 instance created as of now. So let me try to come here inside this instance, and you will find that there is no instance as of now. But don't worry on that. We'll try to create our own instance using the Terraform. So this is the AMI, and the instance type is t2.micro. Okay. And yeah. So we have the necessary information here. We need AMI and instance type, and after that, for the provider, we need the reason and access key and the security we already have generated. So we have all the information ready. Now, let me try to go there to the notepad, and we are good. Okay. Now, let me try to create a folder, and there I will try to create our Terraform file and Terraform first project. Okay. Let me go there and open up the Visual Studio. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Visual Studio code in order to create our Terraform file. The first thing is what we need is you have to install the Visual Studio, and make sure that once you install the Visual Studio code, what you need to do is you need to add an extension of Terraform. So go to the extension and search for the Terraform. Okay, and here you will find the first one, which is HashiCorp Terraform. So make sure you install this extension. I already have installed it out. It will help you writing the Terraform code. So I installed it, and make sure you also install the same one, HashiCorp Terraform. Now we are good. Now let me try to go to this location where I have created this folder and try to create one file here. Or what you can do is, let me try to create one file here, main.tf, and let me try to open this in the, sorry, it is creating the text file. Let me try to delete it. Go to the this Visual Studio code, go to your file and open a folder here. Let's say going back to the Terraform first project, and open up here. So we are inside our folder, and just trust it. Now let me create one file here. So just create a file. Let's say it is main.tf. Make sure that the extension of the file is tf. Okay. So you can see that it is picking up the extension that we have added, and it will suggest the code to write. Okay. So what we did is we have created one folder where we want to create our first project, and inside that we have created one file called mail.tf. Okay. Now we have to write the code. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to put the provider here. So just provider, I'm just going to add here. Inside the provider, what you need to do is you need to provide the reason first. So just provide the reason, and for us the reason is US East. If you go to the browsers again, if you go to the if you go to your AWS, you will find that I am pointing currently to the N Virginia, and the reason for the N Virginia is US East 1. And if you don't find these things here, you can come here to this URL where you logged in, and you will find that it is pointing to the US East 1. So make sure you have these things handy, and once you have those things ready, what you have to do is you have to provide the reason, and then access key and secret key. Okay, so coming to the next part, let me first go to the Visual Studio code, and here we have the reason equal to this. And then we have to provide the access key. So just access underscore key equal to, we have to put the key here, and then we have the secret key. Okay, so we have reason, access key and the secret key. Now if you remember that I downloaded the access key CSV file, right? So make sure you go to that file, open it up, and there you will find the access key and the secret access key. So make sure you use this one. And this is for me. After this video, I'm going to delete it out somewhere. Don't use this the same access key and the secret key for you. Try to create your own and use it out. So just paste it here and copy the secret key as well and paste in the secret key. We are good now. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to provide the resources here. So just come down and let's say resource. You have to provide the resource that we are going to use. So we are going to use, like, the resource for us is AWS instance. You will find those details here, and make sure you give the name of your resource. Let's say it is our first instance, and here for the provider you have to provide the provider name, which is AWS here for us. So the resources that you are going to create is AWS instance, and the resource name is our first instance, and then inside that you have to provide the AMID and the instance type. Okay, so just provide this AMI, and the AMI would be something. Let me try to go to the notepad that we copied and just paste it here. And then we have to provide the instance type. For us, it is t2.micro. This is the free tier one that we are going to use. Okay, so we are ready now. What we did is we have created the main.tf file. Inside that we have provided the provider, and then we have provided the reason, access key and the secret key, and then we have written the code for the resource creation, where we want to create the AWS instance, and you have to provide the name of your instance that you are going to create, and inside that blob you have to provide the MID that you are going to use and the instance type. Okay, so this is what pretty much you have to provide here. Okay, now the next thing is there are certain steps that you need to follow. So I already have discussed in this video of the basic of Terraform, where we have discussed about the Terraform flow, or you can say workflow, where you have to write the file first, and then you have to initialize your Terraform setup. You have to plan the Terraform, then apply it out, and then if you want to destroy the things that you have created, the infrastructure that you have created with your files, you can use the Terraform destroyer. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to write the Terraform file, which we already have did, and now the next step that we need to do is we need to initialize the Terraform. So just let me go there and open a terminal here, and just wait. So you can see that our terminal is pointing to the folder where we have created our main.tf file. Okay, directly here you can come, and first of all let me try to check the Terraform version -v, and I have the Terraform version 1.8.5. So we are good. Now what we are going to do is we need to initialize the Terraform. So the command for this is Terraform init. So just say Terraform init, and here you can see initializing the backend, initializing provider plugins. Terraform has been successfully initialized. Okay, now the next step is you have to run the command Terraform plan. Okay, so just run the command Terraform plan. So it says no changes to your infrastructure matches the configuration. Now again, let me try to go there to this AWS, and let me try to refresh the EC2 instance page, or instances where we can see the instances, refresh it out. So here you can see that I'm not seeing any instance created. Okay, now let me try to apply the Terraform here. So just run the command Terraform apply, and then Now you can see that Terraform has compared your real infrastructure again your configuration and found no difference, so no changes are needed. Okay, I'm not sure why it is saying those things. Okay, I think I have not saved my main.pf file, so just make sure you save it first and then only try to run these commands. So right now I just saved it out, and let me try to go there and try to run these commands again. So the first thing is you need to init the Terraform, and here it is started running the commands. So you can see it is initializing the backend, initializing provider plugins, and it is now it is doing the work. Okay, so make sure when you write the code, try to save your file first. Okay, so here you can see the first thing is here you can see .terraform is created and terraform.ts state is created. So those things are created now. Now you can see that Terraform has been successfully initialized, so we are good. And the next step is you have to run the Terraform plant. So once you run the Terraform plan, it will take few seconds of time and to show you the plans that it is trying to do. So let me try to show you those things here. So you can see it is giving us the details of our plan that we are going to perform here. So we are going to create a EC2 instance, and the instance name is this, and the AMI that we are going to use is this. And if we'll go down, get password data, it is false, and this instance type that we are going to use is t2.micro, and then source this check is true, and these are the things. Now you will find that 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. So it is going to add one infrastructure on AWS, 0 to change and 0 to destroy. So we are good with the plan. Now let me try to run the command terraform apply. And here you will find, again, let me try to refresh this. We don't have anything, but in some time it will try to create an instance. After the apply will work. Okay, so here you can see that when you will try to run the command terraform apply, it will ask a value. You have to provide yes if you want to approve it out. If you want to create the infrastructure, so just say yes. And you can see that it is saying creating our AWS instance, our first instance. So just wait for a few seconds. It will take a few seconds of time, and then it will try to create the instance for you in your AWS account. After that, you can go there and try to see. So you can see that it is still creating, taking 10 seconds and then 20 seconds. It might take few seconds of your time, so don't worry on that. Okay, so just wait. And here you can see that creation complete after 38 seconds, and the ID is provided there. And then you can see that apply complete, resources 1, added 0, resource 1 added, 0 changed and 0 destroyed. So 1 is added, 0 is changed and 0 destroyed. So this is the status that it shows after running the commands. Now let me try to go to the AWS and refresh it here. So under the instance, you will find that one instance is created, and you can see that it is running. And this is the ID of the instance. Now if you go to this right side, you will find those details here related to the instance. Okay, so this is how you can create your Terraform instance. Now if you go to the instance ID, you will find all the details related to the instance, its open address and everything, how you can access it out. Okay, so this is how you can create your Terraform instance, EC2 instance using Terraform. Now let me try to go there, and yeah, everything looks good. Now if you try to again run the command terraform apply, let me show you what happens. What do you think it will do? It will create a new instance or what? Let me try to show you. So just try to run the command Terraform apply and I'll show you what it will do. Okay, so you can see that refreshing state and the ID is provided, and here you can see that it says no changes. Your infrastructure matches the configuration. Terraform has compared your real infrastructure against your configuration and found no difference, so no changes are needed. And there is a resources 0 added, 0 changed, and 0 destroyed. So if you will try to apply the if you try to run the command Terraform apply many times, it won't create any change to your resource until you are making the changes in your file, which is main.tf, right? So this is how you can create the EC2 instance using Terraform. And now let me try to destroy this EC2 instance that we have created. So just run the command Terraform destroy. Okay. Just wait for a few seconds. It is refreshing the state, and then after that it will ask you if you really want to destroy your infrastructure. So you have to provide the value yes, and then it started destroying your infrastructure that you have developed, the EC2 instance, and then if you go there, let me try to refresh it. You can see now the state is shutting down. Okay, earlier it was running, now it is shutting down. In few seconds of time it will be terminated. So here you can see it is still destroying it out. So once it is totally destroyed, it will be coming state as a terminated. Okay, so here instance state would be terminated after a few seconds of time. Okay, it takes 40 seconds. Now you can see that destruction complete after 43 seconds, and if you refresh the EC2 instance again, you will find that it is terminated. You can see this. So this is how you can create your EC2 instance using Terraform, and these are the commands, these are the things. Okay, so if you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe the channel for more such content. Thanks.